Hey everyone, Corey from CoreyReviews back here with another Blu-ray update video. It's been a while. I have just standard Blu-rays, I have 4Ks, I have Steelbooks, I have CDs, DVDs, everything. I'm not going to try to make this video too long. I'm just going to go through everything as fast as I can. Let's get it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with some CD purchases, something that I don't think I've ever really shown in my updates, but I've been trying to play a lot more music in my car just because I'm just kind of tired of hearing the same songs every day on the radio, so I've just been buying a lot of CDs. The first one up here is a big shout out to my friend Dante, who picked me up the La La Land soundtrack. This is my favorite film of 2016. Fantastic soundtrack here. Of course, you know, City of Stars won Best Song at the Oscars. I would say my favorite is Someone in the Crowd. That's my favorite scene in the film, as well as my favorite song from the soundtrack. But definitely my favorite film, 2016. If you haven't seen the film, definitely check it out. And I would recommend also the soundtrack as well, because all the songs are going to get stuck in your head. Next up here are a few Alter Bridge albums. But yeah, One Day Remains, definitely probably my favorite Alter Bridge album. I just really like the sound of this album. I would say my favorite song from them is In Loving Memory. Really good song right there. But yeah, Alter Bridge, One Day Remains, as well as AB3, their third album. Another really good album. This one was $7.99. The other one was $4.99. So really good deals for these. And then lately, my favorite band, I've been on a huge Paramore kick, and so I went ahead and picked up a few of their albums. This one was from Half Price Books, Riot, which is my favorite album from them. Just every song on this album is perfection. Love this album a lot. But this is Brand New Eyes, Paramore. A really good album as well. And then I just picked up their first album yesterday, which is All We Know Is Falling, and that was $5.99. So, and see this one, some of them I still have in the car, but this one, yeah. And of course, you know, that style, you know, everyone had that style back in the day. When I was in high school, like early to mid high school, everyone was rocking that, you know, that hairstyle. Just good old times, you know, back like 2005, 2006, really good times right there. So those were all the CDs that I picked up, La La Land, Alter Bridge, Paramore. And now getting into the actual movies, I picked up 2 DVDs from Half Price Books. They were $2 each, so I couldn't really pass them up. First one here is Little Nicky. In my opinion, a pretty underrated Adam Sandler comedy. I just really like this movie, and you know, his accent in the film is just always like, give me my flashback. Like, I don't know, I really like this. It's, you know, that snapper case back in the day. Yeah, that opens up too. And I kind of miss all like scene selections and stuff from back in the day. But overall, this is a pretty funny movie. As well as another comedy from Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And the only reason I picked this up is because it has a lot of special features that the Blu-ray doesn't have. And this is one of those that like it opens in 2 parts. You have that, the movie disc, and then the special feature disc there. But yeah, for $2, you know, that old Dimension Collector's Edition there, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I just watched this one again a few days ago as well. It still holds up, a lot of fun. I picked up a few slipcovers off of eBay as well. First one here is for Take Me Home Tonight. This is one of those movies I remember when it released. It originally said that it was coming with a slipcover, and then once it did release, it didn't have a slipcover. But this is a custom-made slipcover. It's pretty thin, but really nice design there. As well as Liar Liar, another one I don't own the Blu-ray for, but I think this slipcover might be out of print. I haven't really seen it that often, so I went ahead and picked it up. I think both of these were like $4 or $5 each, so I thought, what the heck, I'll go ahead and pick them up. And I'll go ahead and show these off separately because they were part of a bundle. These were from Movie Trading Company when they were having a buy 2 get 1 free sale. So the first one up here is Big Fat Liar. I think that there's like a sequel coming out to this, like a Bigger, Fatter Liar or something like that. It's ridiculous, but this was a good time. I remember when this movie came out in theaters, my mom took me and my sister to go see it, like opening night, but it was like the very last showing. And there was no one in the theater, and we were able to just kind of run around and just have a good time in the theater because we had this whole huge theater to ourselves for the screening. Dan Schneider wrote this film, and he's behind a lot of Nickelodeon shows like Kenan and Kel and all that, iCarly, Victorious, a bunch of the shows that Drake and Josh that grew up watching and everything. And he wrote this, obviously Good Burger as well. But yeah, definitely check this out. You know, if you have kids, this is one definitely to pick up. Next up here is The Strangers. I think the slipcover might be out of print, and I already own the Blu-ray, but I didn't have the slipcover, so I decided to go ahead and pick that up. I think it might be an out of print slipcover, so I went ahead and got that for $7.99. And then the one that was free, the sticker here was $9.99, but there was a sales sticker on there that said $5.99, so I got this one for free. And that was that's Ouija, the first one. I haven't heard anything good about this movie, but I saw Ouija Origin of Evil, and I really enjoyed that film, so I kind of wanted to check this one out. So once I get Origin of Evil, I'll watch this one and the newer one back to back, and you know, just kind of have a double feature and finally check this one out. But for free, I'm not going to complain. If I dislike it, I'll just give it away. These two I picked up last night at Family Video. I got really lucky with both of these. So the first one up here is 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now I actually have a Steelbook for this, the Best Buy exclusive, but I just didn't have the disc because I got this off of eBay for like $10, but it was just a Steelbook only. So I needed the disc to go along with it. So I got this, and I also got Neighbors 2. Both of them said, you know, buy it now for $4.99. But for some reason, you know, there were some barcode issues, and 10 Cloverfield Lane rang up as $2.99. And Neighbors 2 with the slipcover rang up for $1. I might end up going back because they had a few other movies. They had like 13 Hours, Ride Along 2, Daddy's Home, Trainwreck, Zoolander 2. And if the barcodes are messed up on those, I don't want to pass up on a few of those for, you know, a really good deal. But yeah, so both of these came out to like $4 total after tax. And of course, you know, they don't come with like the DVDs or anything. It's just the Blu-ray discs only. But for, you know, for $4 for both of these, I can't really complain at all. All right, next up are just some standard Blu-rays without the slips. First one up here from Movie Trading Company is Click. They had this one for $5.99. You know, another fun Adam Sandler film. Picked that one up. I like that movie. And next up here, this one is actually, I didn't realize that both of these movies actually went out of print. You know, I went searching around everywhere for it once I found out it was out of print. And they have these movies separately, or they have this double feature. But I decided to go ahead and get the double feature, and thankfully, one movie trading company near me still had this available for $7.99. I think I've seen this online already for about $50, $60. And that is the Ace Ventura double pack here. So if you guys, you know, have a used video store near you, or any stores near you that own or that have Ace Ventura, either one of these for sale or this double pack, definitely pick it up because these films are out of print on Blu-ray and they're going for a lot of money. Next up here, one of my favorite Christmas films, The Family Man. This is actually a Brett Ratner film. But I really enjoy this movie. It kind of has like a Christmas Carol vibe, but I kind of like it more than the traditional Christmas Carol story. It's just, to me, it's just a really interesting movie. And I love Téa Leoni. Just a good all-around Christmas film. The only thing I dislike maybe is the ending. I would have liked it to go on maybe a little bit longer. It kind of just ends. But overall, I really like this film, and you know, even Don Cheadle and Jeremy Piven's in it. Yeah, so definitely check out The Family Man. Next up here is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. A good, you know, romantic comedy here with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. And I really like Kate Hudson, actually. I think she gets a lot of crap, but I enjoy her. But yeah, this one was at Target for $5. It was part of the, you know, their $5 section, so I couldn't pass that one up. Next up here, Movie Trading Company, Billy Madison for $5.99, brand new. Even though it says used, it was like double shrink wrap, brand new. But now it's on, you know, you can get it at Target for $5, or sometimes they have it on sale even lower for like $4. So, you know, if you're looking for Billy Madison, definitely hit up Target. Next up here from Half Price Books, I picked up Trainwreck there for $5.99, and it even comes with a code as well, so I could probably sell the code for a few bucks. It comes out to really cheap for not my favorite Judd Apatow film. The 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up are, of course, you know, his two best. I even like This Is 40 more than this one, but this was pretty good. LeBron James and John Cena definitely stole the show. These next two were from Black Friday. First one up here is Krampus, or Krampus, however you pronounce it. But I recently watched Trick or Treat for the first time. It's the same director, and that was really good, so I decided to go ahead and pick this up. I think it was like $5 or $6. So, and then the last one here is Lights Out. Really good film. I mean, 2016 was a hell of a year for horror, and yeah, really solid film here. If you haven't seen Lights Out and you're into horror films, like, definitely jump on this film. I would just go out and buy it because it's one of those that you're going to want in your collection. Alright, so next up here I have a few lenticular slipcover editions. The first one here is King Kong. Got this at Walmart for like $14.99, and I was able to sell the code for like $3 or $4, so not bad there. It's the Peter Jackson one with the Ultimate Edition and all the hours and hours of special features, so decided to go and pick this up with that cool lenticular there. Next up here is Finding Dory. Just needed to get the 3D edition as well to go along because the Target Steelbook didn't have the 3D, so I went ahead and got the 3D edition as well. Really nice slipcover there. And then I also picked up the second season of Once Upon a Time, Best Buy exclusive. I felt like maybe I've shown these off before, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Best Buy exclusive, Once Upon a Time, and it comes with, it's actually brand new, but it comes with a bonus DVD disc here. I think both of these were around like $20-25 each, so really good deal. And then last but not least, here for the lenticular slipcovers is Once Upon a Time Season 3, and I had no idea that this even had a lenticular slipcover. I'm not sure if this was an exclusive anywhere. If anyone knows that this was like an exclusive or just a part of like that first print run, let me know down below. But this is definitely one of my favorite shows on television. I don't watch a lot of television shows, but this is one of my favorites. And then all the slipcover Blu-rays here. First one up here is Edge of 17. One of my favorite films of last year. Finally, Haley Steinfeld coming back with another really great performance. I was hoping after True Grit that she would break out and become this huge kind of A-list performer, but she kind of went off and was doing music and I think like some fashion, and she was in Pitch Perfect 2 and a few other like straight to DVD movies. But finally, Edge of 17 shows just how great she was. I wish that she would have gotten some awards for this film because it's just a really good movie. It kind of has a John Hughes throwback 80s vibe. If you're a fan of like Breakfast Club and stuff like that, you're gonna love Edge of 17. Definitely check it out. Next up, I sold off all of my American Pie Blu-rays, or at least the first 4 films, so I can kind of save some shelf room and just get this edition. It has all 4 films unrated. With the slipcover, $17.99 there. I wish that the straight to DVD ones would come out on Blu-ray as well. I know that the Book of Love is on Blu-ray, but like Naked Mile, Beta House, and Bandcamp, those aren't on Blu-ray yet for some reason. I would like them to come on Blu-ray just so I can have all of them together, but yeah, definitely some of my favorite comedies here. Next up here, I got Moonlight. I'm lending my friend the Blu-ray copy. But yeah, Moonlight, one of my favorite films of 2016. Great movie. It even is better on a second or third viewing. Just a great all-around movie. Moonlight there. Next up is Kevin Smith's Yoga Hosers. I just enjoy this movie. If you saw and if you liked Tusk, I think that you'll enjoy this. I think Tusk is an all-around better film. But this was just a good time. Next up here is Manchester by the Sea, one of my top 5 favorite films of last year. I actually saw this one twice in theaters. Performances are, some of my favorites. I mean, Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams right there. I mean, just that scene alone is worth going back and just rewatching it. It's a really hard to watch film. It's really heartbreaking, depressing, but it's also really funny too. Going through the second time, I noticed how many just moments of levity there were. But yeah, definitely just such a great movie. Casey Affleck definitely deserved the Oscar. I think that Michelle Williams deserved the Oscar for this film. Even though she's not in it a lot, it just shows that you don't need a lot of screen time to really just be memorable and really stand out. And Michelle Williams was fantastic in this. Manchester by the Sea, definitely check it out. Next up here, one of my favorite films from last year, again, Nocturnal Animals. This movie was awesome. Crazy film. I mean, Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Shannon, Isla Fisher, Aaron Taylor Johnson even won a Golden Globe for his performance in this. I mean, his performance is bonkers. But I love this film. It's a film I kind of just can't stop thinking about. It's kind of one of those movies that kind of, once you watch it, it kind of keeps creeping up on you. Definitely check this film out. I'd say even like between Arrival and Nocturnal Animals, I enjoy this one just a little bit more. Next up here is Speed. They have this at Best Buy with the Fox Icon slipcover here for $8.99. Keanu Reeves back in his prime, and Sandra Bullock, one of my main celebrity crushes there. Love Sandra Bullock, anything that she's in. And rewatched this one again a few weeks ago, and it still holds up. Just a fantastic action film. Next up here, I believe this is 2016. And again, just another great horror film. The Witch. This movie was just awesome. The last 30 minutes of this movie, just insane. Has Anya Taylor-Joy, who is also in Split. Again, if you're into horror films and you haven't seen The Witch, what are you doing? Definitely check this out. And next up, another one of my favorite horror films from last year, Blair Witch. The first Blair Witch is one of my all-time top 3 favorite horror films. The mythology and the world building that they did in this one, it's just really good. I really hope to see a sequel. You know, I know it didn't do crazy well in theaters, but maybe like a mini series on Netflix or Hulu or something like that, you know, would be cool. But I ended up putting this in a red case because, you know, it just made sense. So, Blair Witch, again, another good one for, you know, horror films of 2016. Another great film from last year, The Nice Guys, very underrated. Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling. This one was on sale at Black Friday for like $6.99 or something at Target, so I had to pick it up. And then I also picked up Hell or High Water. I think this one was in my top 5 of last year. Great movie, kind of like a new age western. Just really good film, highly rewatchable, great performances. Another one that kind of went under the radar, but you know, got a lot of good word of mouth. Again, if you haven't seen this, I would recommend just buying it because you're gonna love it and want it in your collection. Alright, so I have one Steelbook here, as well as one Neo pack, or like a Diamond Lux edition. The first one up here from Half Price Books is Batman. The Diamond Lux edition I got for $5.99. Crazy good deal. I already have the Steelbook for this, but I might just give it away. This one just has, you know, much better artwork. I mean, just look at that. I just want to display it like this, honestly. But yeah, the Batman Neo pack here, the original Tim Burton one, for $5.99. Couldn't pass it up. I mean, I haven't seen this below like, you know, $15 and $20. So for that price, had to get it. And the last one here, I kind of dented it a little bit. Before I filmed this video, I accidentally dropped it, but this is the Conjuring 1 and 2 Steelbook here from Germany, the double feature pack. And then look at this, I mean, great artwork all around. Get Ed and Lorraine Warren, and some really nice inside artwork there, and then from the first film. So that's your inside artwork there, and the outside artwork. I was going to pick up just, you know, the Conjuring 2 Steelbook, but the Conjuring 2 Steelbook by itself was going for like, you know, $40 or $50 online, but this from Germany, after like shipping and customs and everything, was only like $30 for both movies, you know, region free. I think this is a good way just to get both movies. Conjuring 1 was one of my favorite films of that year. I think Conjuring 2 actually made it into my top 10. I just really love this film. So yeah, Conjuring 1 and 2 German Steelbook. And the last thing here, I'm going to go through these pretty quick, are my 4Ks. I just got a new 4K OLED 65-inch 3D 4K TV. I just went ahead and went all out. If I'm going to go 4K, I might as well go big. But so yeah, these are all my 4K titles. Starting off here with Arrival, great film from last year. Denis Villeneuve, you know, Prisoner, Sicario. Enemy is my favorite film from him, but this one was really good and just definitely a tearjerker. It's pretty emotional, but really good movie. Next up, one of my favorite films from last year, really kind of almost addicted to this film, Hacksaw Ridge. This film completely just took me by surprise. Definitely pick this one up in 4K. It's worth the purchase. Next up here is a recent purchase, John Wick, the first one here on 4K. Got this for like $16. Really good movie here. Can't wait to check this one out in 4K. And then next up, got this one at Movie Trading Company. The Shallows here with the cool lenticular slip. I think this lenticular 4K slipcover is going to be pretty hard to find here pretty soon. So I went ahead and picked it up. They only had one more copy. I haven't seen any more slipcovers in stores like at Target or Best Buy. So I went ahead and picked up that 4K. I haven't seen the film, so let me know your thoughts of The Shallows down below. Next up here is Sully. I think this one was another one like $19.99 at Best Buy. Really good movie. Some of the best 4K out there. Well, you definitely reference quality here. Probably my favorite Clint Eastwood film since Mystic River. Just really enjoyed this. And then I also picked up here Star Trek Beyond. Definitely need to pick up the other Star Trek films. This one was pretty good. Not my favorite, but I say my favorite character, my favorite new Star Trek character here is Jayla. Love that character. Sophia Boutella is just on the rise, you know, with Kingsman. and Star Trek Beyond and The Mummy. I'm so glad that she's getting a lot of work in these, you know, big high-profile films. Yeah, Star Trek Beyond there in 4K. The last 4 here are from Black Friday. I got Mad Max Fury Road. It didn't have the slipcover, so I'm on the hunt for the slipcover here. But yeah, Mad Max Fury Road. I'm gonna probably just get rid of my Steelbook and keep this. I'm sure it's gonna look amazing in 4K. Maybe my favorite comedy from last year here is Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Just my type of, I love these, you know, just over-the-top, silly, raunchy, R-rated comedies. And I actually prefer, it was Anna Kendrick with red hair. I think she looks like really good with red hair. And then as well, I love Aubrey Plaza as well. But yeah, just really funny movie, just super rewatchable, quotable. My last update I got this on Blu-ray, but I went ahead and upgraded on Black Friday to 4K. So I got that Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Another one upgrade to 4K is The Great Gatsby, one of my favorite films from, I believe, 2013. Definitely everything that I envisioned when I read the book in high school. Just a fantastic adaptation to the book, and it was really good to see DiCaprio and Baz Luhrmann re-team after Romeo and Juliet. So definitely check out The Great Gatsby. The cheapest 4K I've picked up yet is Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice on Black Friday. This was only $9.99. Really good deal. I actually ended up helping Blu-ray Dan out with a copy of this as well. I had no idea that this was even on sale for that price. I just walked into Best Buy, was looking around the 4K section, and I just saw it taxed as $9.99, and everything was like gone. And I looked and it said, Batman v Superman 4K. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I saw one, in like the front of the store, so I went ahead and snagged it. And I went to another location and I was able to get a Blu-ray Dan one as well. I know it's kind of a hit or miss film, but overall I enjoyed it. I think the Ultimate Edition is the way to go for this film. So alright guys, that is my entire Blu-ray, DVD, CD, slipcover, Steelbook, everything update. It was a pretty big one, but I mean this was the past, however many months since my last update. Let me know your thoughts of, any of this stuff down below. Hope you all having a great spring break, and until next time, Corey from Corey Reviews, I'll catch y'all later.